Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Thank you. Now enjoy the show. Hey, what's up, y'all? Thanks for tuning in to another episode of RAERAEs Review, where I'm going to be talking about BELLE Collective Season 5 finale. Child, listen, hey, aunties and nuts, what's going on, everybody else? This is Grown Folks Conversation tonight, y'all. I make no apologies for what I'm about to say. It is what it is, and it's going to be what it's going to be. Tonight's episode was a total effing disaster. I am in awe about how this episode ended. This was the finale, so pretty much how it ends is how it starts. What is Season 6 supposed to look like? Look, I've already jumped to the end, but we'll get there. We're going to start from the beginning of Season 5 finale. And when we get to the end, it just may be the end. Yeah. I don't sound too happy, do I? Not really. I can honestly say this was my second favorite show next to Married to Medicine. I didn't like the fact that they're fighting on this show. I was so sure these ladies were above the fray. Last season, Season 4, Carlos King allowed a stray to come on this show. A stray meaning JJ's ex and Cliff's ex. And then the fighting started. These ladies have talked about each other, have shaded each other, have gone below the belt with each other, but never once have they lifted a hand to hit one another. They have said some very mean things, right? But not once was there ever anything close to what we've seen once the fight started last year with the ex and Sophia. I voiced my opinions in Season 4 about it, and I voiced my opinions all the way in Season 5. I think every review of every episode, I have stressed the fact that there was no fighting until JJ's and Cliff's ex came into the show. Of course, I'm not blaming her for this fight at the end of this episode, but the whole fighting spirit came on. It got darker and real negative once that came on the show. I had high hopes for these ladies to be above all of that and just keep the shade, keep the reads. Hitting below the belt wasn't cool. Some people who are my favorites are no longer that based off of what's been transpiring this season. I am disappointed in Lateshia Pearson. Let's start there, right? I'm so disappointed in her. Even when she told Aikisha 2 seasons ago, even your family didn't want you, in an argument that didn't even require that. That was so immature and low, and they never brought them together to discuss it or make up for it. It was just the next season, which was like Season 4, Aikisha came and got Fair Street more together than Lateshia did. Yeah, there's some jealousy and envy there. It's obvious because Lateshia came on Season 1 talking about what she wanted for Fair Street, talking to her older family members and wanting, a better environment for Jackson, Mississippi. Wanted something that Black people could be more proud of considering what it was back then. And then Aikisha came and did something that Lateshia couldn't. I think that played a part in how Lateshia felt about Aikisha, because her husband turned around and pretty much did the same thing about Willie, thinking that Willie is better than him. Well, from what I see, he is up into all season. Willie holds his wife to the highest regard, puts her on a pedestal. Ain't no almost babies happening. Respects her, loves her, treats her a whole lot better than Glendale, with and without his necklaces, has ever done. From what we see, we've never seen Willie come out of pocket, disrespect Aikisha, but we've seen Glendale do that to Lateshia. I think there's some jealousy there between Lateshia Glendale and Willie Aikisha. There's in no way, shape, or form can Lateshia hold a candle to Aikisha in regards to poise, in regards to business, in regards to making it better. Aikisha has not been in any frivolous arguments with anybody, but Lateshia has. This season, Lateshia has stuck her nose in legality, litigiousness, for the sake of the collective being a collective and pretty much staying on the show, keeping the show going. I can tell that it's financial with Lateshia, considering her husband quit his job and didn't have a plan. And he's the one providing security for the family. That's another thing that is vastly different between the Pearsons. Is that his last name? Is that her last name? I don't remember. Between the Pearsons and the Colognes. Yeah? What do you think? There's a whole lot of struggling going on with the Pearsons. But I don't see struggle going on with the Colognes. Interesting, ain't it? Okay, let me just... You can hear the frustration in my voice because I'm so doggone upset at the end of the show. I'm more upset. I think I'm more upset than Latrice, considering her eyes are getting a little red and she was upset that happened at her grand opening. But we're going to find out on the finale whenever that comes up. Maybe next week, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe they're going to take a break for the holidays because of Christmas weekend, next weekend. The week after that is New Year's weekend. But then again, Christmas and New Year's is on a Wednesday. So maybe we'll get it on Saturday. I mean, on Friday night. Who knows? But anywho, excuse me. Let me take a sip. Hold on. Let me get a sip. Hold on. Mm-hmm. I had to clear my throat a little bit. That Sir Davis is good. Woo! Shout out to Beyonce and her family member, was a great uncle who was running liquor throughout Texas, and whatever the story is that was told as to why she created or helped curate this liquor brand in honor of her ancestor. All right, now. So here we go. Belle Collective, season 5 finale. Latrice and Cliff making final touches on the grand opening for both Taste and Goddess Links. But there's a problem. It looks like the Taste, the bar and grill, won't be completely finished. There's issues with some type of what do you call it? Signage. It's just not coming together the way that she really wanted it. However, they have the opening anyway. So we'll get to that opening a little later, like I said. Cliff X shows up. I'm laughing because I've been calling her JJ's ex all this time, but ever since last episode, JJ said, well, I ain't want to be talking about Cliff's ex no more. We can talk about something else. So I'm call her Cliff's ex for today. Yeah. So Cliff's ex shows up because apparently she'll be running the restaurant. Is that it? She'll be the manager or the bar man. I forgot. She doing something at the bar and grill, child, because she was in her former life. I guess she was well in her. I would say in her travels because the way she made that drink don't make me think that's her former life. No shade. I'm just saying she seemed like she real good at it. Um, yeah, so in her travels, working at a bar and everything, she's gonna show Latrice hopefully a signature drink that would be given for tonight's festivities. Now, what's weird is, like I said, everything is not put together, right? The bar of all places has no sink. What she say? Uh, no liquor. And I'm like, what is going on? The bar not gonna be ready. I'm like, how is it's a bar and grill? Child, I understand things can go wrong, but girl, how this child, listen, folks trying to get lit like Karen Huger, but not drive, of course. Folks trying to get lit, folks trying to have a good time, and of course, all of with who trying to come to a bar and grill and can't adequately get a proper drink at the bar. I mean, goodness gracious, that should have. Ooh, yeah, Cliff dropped the ball on that one. Yeah, I'd be a little upset too. If my bar, if it's called a bar and grill, wasn't ready. What else going on, child? Then in the midst of Cliff X making a drink. Now, first of all, she didn't wash her hands because they didn't show her come from somewhere and with her hands washed. I didn't see a wipe. I didn't see a what's the pumps called where you clean your hands without washing them? What's them things called? I didn't see no sanitizer, but she making drinks. Girl, what and with what? I don't know. I don't know what she made. Anyway, Latrice said she liked it. Why wasn't all this done before today? I mean, why is everything waiting to the last minute to happen? I don't. I think maybe they should have waited until that bar was ready, especially if folks got to wipe their hands and use water at the bar. I'm just saying. And then what's crazy is, of course, Latrice had to be messy and mention, ask about JJ and the girls, and it's just Latrice, just worry about getting your bar together and stop worrying about JJ and the girls. Next, we see Marie. She and her family, meaning her 3 sons and her daughter. I know she had 3 sons. Go see her bishop or her pastor, whatever title he is, and just to get some counseling and just talk about things because of the walk by with folks shot up her house. Pretty much, they're not living there. They don't want to live there. It just seemed like these boys are just aloof. They're everybody but her daughter is an adult, and they just seem like, are they slow? Like, are they delayed, developed? I hate to say that, and they're not. I'm just asking a question. As a matter of fact, let me make sure my allegedly speaking, of course, is showing, because I don't want to make it seem like this what they are. I'm really trying to understand what is going on with these folks. I mean, like, why are these young men just looking like, duh? I mean, show some type of, I don't know, more interest and have discussions. I don't know, that they just seem something similar to Mary's son on Salt Lake City. And we all know he was on that stuff, well, on everything, as a matter of fact, for what he said. Is they high? Are they shy of the cameras? I don't know. But they seem real aloof, not really showing emotion, just sitting there looking straight ahead like zombies. I don't know, child. I mean, Zuri gave more than they did. You know, the little girl. Was she like 8? Anywho, what's next? Oh, so the pastor mentions that Marie can get baptized since that's something she wanted to do. And she was like, yeah, that's what I want to do. So that's what we're going to see a little later. Next, we see Lateshia cooking for Glendale and her son, Joshua. They both come in from outside, you know, playing with the football. And she's telling Josh to get, you know, clean up and get ready. She should be telling him too. So he ready to eat. He pretty much, you know, she have him sit down. He ain't washed their finger. He ain't used the wipe. He ain't went to the kitchen sink. He ain't used no hand sanitizer. He just sit down and he's at, you know, she's telling him what she's making. Oh, you want some pork chop? She is frying pork chops, making a whole lot of corn. I didn't see no vegetable over there being made. I think she's making some cornbread too. I don't know. It just looked like a very unhealthy meal. And girl, listen, corn is not a vegetable, just FYI. Look it up. Corn is not a vegetable, people. If you didn't know, now you know. It is a carbohydrate. I'm shocked that, well, anyway, I'm not even gonna go there. Anyway, yes, so while her pork chops are frying, he's asking her about whether or not they're gonna be crispy enough because he looking and saying, well, oh, this what you cooking, huh? He made it seem like he wasn't interested. And she's like, boy, go sit down. It felt like she knew he wasn't interested. Anyway, so as he sits down with his dirty self, she goes and gets some paperwork in a folder and gives it to him while he's sitting at the dinner table, dirty. And she pretty much, he's like, what is that? She said, this is the business plan. He said, whoa, you're going too fast. She said, you're not moving fast enough. So you mean tell me this man had quit his job, I don't know how long ago, bought a truck, and ain't got no business plan? That was a moment of silence for her security. That was a moment of silence for what's about to happen with them financially. I can see why Lateshia is so committed to making this show work because she needs this show. Last episode, JJ read Glendale for filth when they were doing, you know, boys night out while the girls were doing their thing out there in Louisiana. And JJ mentioned that because he quit his job, it's going to cost 4 G's, 4 stacks for her to do her diagnostic imaging that she needs to do to see what's going on inside her breast, whether it's cancer or not. 4 G's. Yeah, she needs this show because of her husband quitting his job. Child, because the first thing she said when he told her he quit, what about the benefits? Oh my God. And now he ain't got no plan. So you mean tell me forever how long it's been between him quitting that, from him telling her he quit his job to her making this fried pork chops and corn and cornbread, that he ain't conjured up no plan of sorts and talking about, whoa, slow down. So whoa, slow down. See, the very next day, I would have said we need to have a talk when I'm done with whatever I'm doing. Actually, I'm gonna see if I can break away early since you at home now, and I'm gonna need you to explain to me your business plan. And if that's a child, but then again, Cliff is trying to go over to Letitia's workplace, trying to get her to understand that her man mean business. He can't even spell business. Oh my goodness. pretty much says that he feels like a child versus the client because she's giving him a template on how to create a business plan and get your business up and running. Pretty much she says this is what she does as one aspect of her enterprise, of whatever she calls it. He wants her to get a broker's license, just like that, I guess. He wants her to get a broker's license and then she finished his sentence, to book your to book your loads. He was like, yeah. So has he wrote anything down? Has he? It don't seem like he has. Girl, but he quit his job already. Oh my God. Oh no. Can he get his job back? Can you, like she asked him then out there in the forest, can you get that job back? She knew what type of loser situation she got at the house. Yeah, I said it, loser situation. Because ain't no way some grown ass man is gonna quit his job, not have a plan, and expect for his wife to do whatever she gonna do and provide for the family while he figure it out. No, this is what you should have been doing before you quit. Oh my God. See, this is how grown folks think. I'm not saying everybody think like me, because I'm sorry, but grown folks with a family don't think like him. And if you do, he's scamming. Because it sounds like he's expecting for Lateshia to take care of him since she's glowing up and blowing up, and he figured he can just ride her coattail. Then this fool gonna have the audacity to bring up his birthday party. And Lateshia said that she's surprised that it's happening due to all of what's going on over there already, and mentioning how Latrice is a little overwhelmed with trying to include his birthday party, and pretty much don't he think that it's a little too much? He's like, no, pretty much him and Cliff figured it out. His mentor Cliff figured it out. Again, this really ain't got nothing to do with Cliff, because Cliff, everybody's different. But Glendale, with and without his necklaces, really made a faux fucking paw with quitting his job with no plan. You know what? I'm basing my opinion on what I see. Let's just hope that what I'm seeing and what I'm saying is out of pocket based on maybe a narrative that production's trying to make of him and them, and that he really has it together. Child, I couldn't even finish that sentence. I hope that this narrative that production is painting for them is fake news. That's all I'm gonna say on that. Am I done with them? Oh, then at the end of all that debacle, she, trying to act sexy and coy, telling him dessert is coming up later, meaning they gonna do it later. Oh my God. Anyway, what's next? Back at the church, Marie, her daughter, Lateshia, and Sophia come and support her, as well as her dad and her cousins, Nettie and her daughter and whatnot, came to see Marie get baptized. As Marie goes under, she feels renewed, she says. And then Nettie came over to see her afterwards. And, Nettie, the one that was giving her the blues, just wanted some money, didn't want to come work for it to try and earn her keep. She just, felt like Marie was, better than, but that's not what it was. Nettie vowed her a promise to never be apart again. That was so sweet, and I'm glad that Nettie came. I wish Sue would have been there. Hopefully Sue really has something to do and she couldn't come. But I'm glad that at least Nettie came, because Nettie was giving Marie the blues. I don't think I saw anybody else in her family. I could be wrong, but I don't know what everybody looked like. Anyway, so it's the grand opening, right? Mm-hmm. First, they're at Goddess Length and the called 2.0. The mayor, the commissioner, the Women of Business League is there, and it's a ribbon cutting ceremony. Excuse me. Everything is going great. Latrice asked Cliff X about JJ and Sophia. I'm like, Latrice, you got enough going on to be trying to bring up issues to try and make it, a negative situation when JJ and Sophia show up. I'm just like, I just can't. I just can't. But then when Latrice brings up JJ and Sophia to Cliff's ex, the ex just laughs, and doesn't really put Latrice in her place about things. Just last episode, Sophia and Cliff's ex made up for the most part, kind of squashed it, so that they can move on to bigger and better things. That's pretty much what Cliff's ex should have said to Latrice. Something to the effect of, come on, Latrice, I know it is what it is. However, we are starting fresh. We're going to do better. So let's just wish for, better days. Something to that effect. I'm just saying, Latrice, stop getting in the middle of stuff and trying to dredge up negative vibes that's going on. Maybe that's why what I'm about to say happened. Because once you start bringing negativity in, it's in. So when Sophia and JJ come in and they show up and they have somebody put out it was a red carpet. I guess now I didn't see nobody else coming through a red carpet. I was thinking, did JJ set up that red carpet for them to come out of? Anyway, all I know is when JJ and Sophia rolled up, a red carpet was being rolled out for them to go in, and he slapped her ass as they went in the door. So whoever did the red carpet, child. But if it was JJ and Sophia, that was too much. Now Anywho, so Sophia says hello to Cliff's ex and says hello to everybody else. So she said, hey, she didn't go hug her. She just kept her distance. JJ made a beeline for his girl, so he saw him over there around the way. And he knew they were going to be there, and he really couldn't wait to see him. It was obvious he made a beeline for them. And Sophia, like I said, said hi to Cliff's ex, saying hi to everybody, and she's walking in and gives her hugs to those who, she hugging. It was a nice event. People buying hair and everything. And then we see Sanjay and Star. Now, forgive me if I'm wrong. It's either Star or Sky that was there, because the other one that keep having babies, the one that's already kicking it sometimes with Sophia and JJ, she wasn't there. So the twin and Sanjay went outside to talk to their mom and pretty much made a scene, pretty much saying, well, we saw Sophia or they call her Shantae, even though she wants to be called Sophia. See, right then and there, yes, you just want to keep ish going. The woman wants to be called Sophia. I'm pretty sure she didn't just tell us during filming that she wants to be called Sophia. I mean, Sophia is her first name, like she said, but they keep calling her Shantae. They stopped calling her So Gucci because we found out that was the nickname JJ gave her, and they don't want to give her any kind of sentiment. Then Sophia changes her moniker or pretty much what she goes by to being her soft girl era, which is her first name. She wants to be called Sophia, but Sanjay, the other twin, and the mama keep calling her Shantae. That's being passive aggressive. So how are you supposed to see it? It's all about you and what you look like and how you represent yourself. So when you're just consistently being negative, even though the woman is trying, how do you expect to be perceived? You're going to be perceived as trifling because you sound trifling and you look trifling. And the clothes boutique ain't selling. I guarantee you that. Just saying. Anywho, So like they're talking to their mom outside, and Sanjay mentions how JJ came and saw her. She said, "Hey, Daddy," and they kind of hugged real brief or whatever. But they didn't mention saying hi or whatever to Sophia, which is again trifling. I mean, I'm pretty sure Sophia ain't cussed them out or, tried to come at them wrong. So again, it's not about y'all, it's about the parents. If your mama is willing to apologize and move forward, then they need to follow suit, just like they follow suit hating on Sophia and being mad, disrespectful. They need to grow up. And I understand JJ a lot more. Sometimes his lessons need to be taught. He know them better than anybody else, especially their mama, since she was out there thotting and bopping while he had to have another woman come in, i.e. Sophia. I'm pretty sure that's the underlying reason why Cliff's ex felt hurt all these years. But, it is what it is. So it was just awkward between the awkwardness between JJ and his girls, the ones that, ain't really feeling him at the moment. But a start's a start. Anyway, so after that grand opening is over, everybody bought the hair. They walk down the alley in the back towards Taste. Oh my goodness. They couldn't have any golf carts transporting people. That would have been the tea. If they could have got like 10 golf carts, have 10 people, hell, people could have drawn themselves. But I'm just saying that would have been the tea. People got on heels. People don't feel like walking. They probably their feet hurt. And mind you, when people come in heels or any type of shoe that is not really meant to be worn walking in an alley, they really don't want to walk through an alley in the back to go to the next destination. And it wasn't like it was across the street. It was like a quarter mile. That was tacky, just saying. So as they walk down the alley and around the corner to Taste, it's that grand, opening. And again, Tambra is the hostess, as she was for a Goddess Lens 2.0. And, they're having a good time and checking out the vibe and everything. And they're all, the cast is sitting down at their respective areas. And, things start to go a little crazy. Like I mentioned, this is the part where it got real distasteful for me. I was really hoping that this show would be better than the others. I mean, there's already been issues going on in DC. They're fighting on BELLE Collective. I'm talking about Love and Marriage. They fought on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Issues over in DC that was almost fisticuffs. Detroit is so slow, no telling when they gonna start fighting. I'm just saying, it's like, why couldn't his shows be better than? I mean, they did fight a few seasons ago on Love and Marriage Huntsville, but at the same time, it just really cheapens the whole situation. And considering that BELLE Collective, it was just different, these are very, I wouldn't say very successful, even though they are successful. It's just people have high power jobs on BELLE Collective versus Love and Marriage, anything that I can recall. Let's see, DC, ain't nobody high power. Detroit, ain't nobody high power. Huntsville, ain't nobody high power. They're just pretty much local heroes, and no shade to that. But as far as BELLE Collective, you got high power real estate. You got bona fide entertainers, NFL television, radio, um, it's healthcare, um, multifaceted consulting. It's just big, these ladies are big time on Belle Collective. Well, for the most part, there's a couple of folks We're just one person that's struggling. That's the new one. She really ain't got nothing big going on, but no shade. But I really had a difference of opinion about these ladies, and I'm just gonna get into it. So, like I said, they're all down and sitting down, and things start going, off. There's the guys are shading each other again, like they were before. Aikisha's backing her man up as she should. Willie is, protesting that they need to get off his balls, and what's his name? Cliff is talking a whole lot. Glendale is talking a whole lot. So Cliff and Glendale against Willie and Aikisha in a way. So I'm a Lord Jesus. It was just a lot going on. It was starting to get real uncomfortable. Glendale disses Willie about his hair. Cliff and Glendale talking about his grooming. Willie is firing back as Willie is going to fire back. They say it's going back and forth about how they look. Glendale and Cliff are more hostile towards Willie. And Willie is not understanding why it has to be like that for the most part. But, Cliff is going to be Cliff. He gonna say what and the fact that he's the one who stood up first says a lot. But before I really get there, it's just like I said, they're cracking on each other. Willie was cracking on Glendale's shirt. Cliff says Willie. So pretty much how Willie and Glendale feel. Cliff is backing up Glendale because Cliff said in his confessional that Willie was cracking on the fact that Glendale was rapping. And Glendale ain't never got over that. So they have a, frustration about them, and they're just cracking on each other. But to be real honest, Glendale walks in the room. He wanted to make an entrance so he can feel like somebody, even though they already started to mingle and whatnot. Like his wife said, she filming him come in. Oh, he wanted to make a grand entrance. So this is really how it started. Glendale walks in towards the people, towards the cast. Willie's right there first. He dismisses Willie, didn't even shake his hand. You know how you come in dapping like all your fellas in a row, like, yeah, man, what's up? He just disses Willie and goes in to dapping everybody else, maybe the females too. And Willie's like, oh, so you just want to, pass me up? And pretty much that's how it started. Seriously. So here we go. So like I said, they're going back and forth with insults. And Willie and Aikisha caught on, because Willie was talking. And of course, they showed us what they wanted to show us, right? We didn't see everything. Semicolon, however, Aikisha is talking ish just like Willie because Aikisha see what's going on. It was very uncomfortable, and pretty much Latrice should have stopped all of that. She should have been bigger and said, listen, this is what we're not gonna do, but she allowed it to happen. This is her actress grand opening. She could have said, baby, I want to do this tonight. Y'all can go at each other tomorrow, but tonight let's do something different. And that should have shut it down, but they let it go. So Aikisha and Willie is talking ish, Cliff jumps up, and then Willie jumps up, like just stand there in a stance, like because first of all, when people stand up after having such a heated argument, Well, if you still saying sit down, if you still sitting down, that can be your disadvantage and the advantage of the person standing up. So Willie stands up, and it's just a whole lot back and forth. Then Glendale stand up. So all the wives standing up. And now you got, what's her name? Latrice putting her hand on Willie's chest to back, not to push him, but the fact that she did that would have bothered me as if I were Aikisha. You see Aikisha mouth moving. I don't know who said F you first, but the fact that Aikisha and Lateshia going back and forth with the fuck you. Lateshia said, "What's up, bitch?" I said, "What?" No, Lateshia didn't, and that's all Aikisha need to hear. The first person to actually want to threaten a move was Lateshia towards Aikisha, according to the footage. Okay, so Willie and Glendale are going back and forth after Willie said something about, you can suck my nuts. Aikisha's like, yeah, gobble, gobble, or something to that effect. Then Glendale said, this ain't New Jersey. We don't do that here. And then all of a sudden, it's a melee. It's a melee. Willie took his coat off. He's pushing Aikisha behind him. And he was like, I'm him. And he kind of goes towards Glendale. Glendale trying to get at Willie. Glendale's people taking him away. And somebody takes Willie away outside. Aikisha following. Lateshia. I just can't believe Lateshia said, what's up, bitch? Like she really wanted to fight. For real, Lateshia? I guess you ain't got nothing to lose because the Colognes got a whole lot to lose. That's all I'm going to say. Like I said earlier, it's a vast difference in an obvious issue. But we're going to get, I ain't done. Aikisha right behind her man talking like all we're trying to do is just be supportive and this is what happened. I mean, I'm just done. Lateshia says Aikisha, look, I got my notes, child. I'm sure I'm meant to be. Look, Lateshia says Aikisha has been trying to compete with her all year. Plus, started a fight tonight, and she sees who Aikisha really is. Lateshia, you delusional, boo-boo. Because you can't, like I said, you can't hold a candle to Aikisha. In no way, shape, or form. Not from what I see. And it is what it is. And I said what I said. Aikisha, so pretty much all that's over. What's her name? Sophia and JJ pretty much tonight. The night's over. Sophia's telling Aikisha, go get in the car with your man. Don't come back this way. JJ and Sophia, they leave. It was just ridiculous. Lateshia stays to comfort Lord, these names. Lateshia stays to comfort Latrice in the bathroom, pretty much trying to make sure that she ain't good because you know what's about to happen next. So the next day, Willie and Aikisha's on their patio filming. Willie is pissed. He ain't saying nothing. He just looking at and listening to her talk. Aikisha tells Willie she's done with all of them. And that's pretty much it. Lateshia visits Latrice at home again, making sure that she stays in good with Latrice. Latrice pretty much holds Aikisha accountable and blames her for the fight. Latrice, were you there? Again, the first person I heard that was really trying to start a fight was Glendale and Lateshia. Glendale challenged Willie. Willie said, okay, I'm him. Let's go. But before that, Lateshia was telling Aikisha, what's up, bitch? Come on. I'm like, oh my God. I had to clutch my pearls on that one. But yeah, so Lateshia told Latrice, I want her gone. Pretty much both of them was like, she got to go. What? Then all this, Marie it wasn't even there. She was, and I don't know why they had her talking on the confession about it. But Tambra, who was there, said Aikisha and Lateshia should have worked on their issues the most. And that's what I've been saying all what's the thing? All season long, and even the previous season. Because 2 seasons ago was when Lateshia told Aikisha, that's why your family didn't even want you as a baby. Because make long story short, Aikisha was born out of, I think, a cheating situation or something like that. And so there was some family disruption of sorts. And for Lateshia to say that her family didn't want her was a low blow. And then, like I said, season 4 was when Aikisha, because she got ties to the community, she's kind of big time, not kind of, but she is, with her and Willie's foundation. It's not like this is the only thing that Aikisha has been doing for the for the city of Jackson. She's well known, and she has family ties to the business side of Jackson, so she would be only right and fit to help bring Ferris Street to what it was, or at least to get it up and running. It's still, waiting for it to be up and running like she really wants it, but there's more movement than Lateshia did in 3 seasons. And Lateshia is not working with Aikisha, but like I said, we never got a resolve between Aikisha and Lateshia, even though both of them at separate times and at the same time have tried to get the other issues in order, meaning Marie and Tambra, Marie and Latrice, even now with Sophia and Cliff's ex. That's always going to be funny. But yeah, I'm disappointed. I am disappointed that this even happened, and I'm just sick and tired of these reality shows always trying to get a fighting moment with Black people, especially with now do that on Love and Hip Hop, where the mindset is different, if you know what I mean. All the shade is being thrown at this point. Yeah, I meant that to be shady, because it's a different mindset between Love and Hip Hop and BELLE Collective. Or at least I thought it was. Maybe production is the same. Maybe they just really want a moment and thinking fighting will get one. No, you were on a good 3 seasons strong before fighting occurred. So here we are again, season 5, fighting. It's a damn disappointment. Even my favorite show, Married to Madison, they supposed to be fighting this season. I'm just sick and tired of folks fighting on these reality shows, especially when they're professional people, where they have a lot to lose and not just teeth. I mean, people have licenses, people have specific important jobs that help save lives and are, grounded in the community, and just, and I'm just so doggone disappointed. I just can't believe this is happening to one of my favorite shows. But it is what it is, y'all. That was season 5 finale of BELLE Collective, y'all. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Thanks for tuning in. And yeah, so I'm gonna share a little something at the end of this video so you can see exactly what transpired. And thanks again for tuning in to another episode of RAERAEs Review. And I'm gonna see you next time for something new. Bye. will rain all day.